Are you an investor, second home buyer, or local looking for affordable housing? It's likely that 2003 has had a significant impact on you. Welcome to the Ski Summit Real Estate Show, where we talk about local Colorado mountain news, real estate. I share a tip or two for you, and we're going to take you behind the curtain of the MLS with the top 5 new listing picks of the week. So I'm your host, Matt Dayton with Cornerstone Real Estate. I'm here with Benji, my producer and live stream sidekick with Benji Does. Hey, Benji.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm excited to do another show today. So,
Yeah, me too.
yeah, Benji's going to be monitoring the chat for us this afternoon. So, feel free to chime in with any questions. And before we get going, if you find this information useful, please consider subscribing to the channel and help me out. So, what do we have going on in our local news today, Benji?
In the local news today,
A little year
they're
in
doing
review.
a year in review, and they're looking back at the stories that defined Summit County's news in 2023.
Yeah, I thought that this article was really good, well done, and just kind of overview of everything that we saw throughout the year. We had a number of different big things going on that they touched on. Just kind of scrolling down through them, hit on some of the highlights. So first off, Silverthorne limits Summit short-term rentals. So town of Silverthorne was one of the last cities in Summit County to limit those short-term rentals. So that was a big one. County approved short-term rental regulations. So we saw a lot of the short-term rental regulations coming through that got approved by the county. Big impact on investors, people that were doing smaller ownerships, because it really dictated how much they could rent their place. A lot of folks were kind of up in arms in that, which brought us through to some things that were about the lawsuits that were coming up. So we had there was some lawsuits that were being filed by property owners that came into play. So those lawsuits were they've been filed. Obviously they're still up in the air there. There can be a lot of things that could happen there, but it'll be interesting to see. The people that are filing the suit, property owners, are saying that it's just undue, too much, too hard, and it's really causing a lot of strife. So, yeah, those were kind of the big short-term rental ones. So, what else did we have? That's John Fielder. John Fielder passed away this year, so he has done a ton of great pictures for Colorado. We have one of his books that on our coffee table. If you don't have one, pick one up. It's really cool. A lot of disparity with the local workforce housing, people trying to find housing. That's been a huge challenge. So that was a big subject, trying to find affordable local workforce housing. This one is the Arapahoe Cafe. So you remember talking about Uptown 240, Benji?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so this one was that same developer. So Uptown 240 is going through the whole bankruptcy process.
Oh.
That developer is trying to buy that out, but he's also looking to buy some other properties in town. And unfortunately, our beloved Arapahoe Cafe has fallen as one of those pieces of property that's looking to get developed. So we lost that. So let's see. Talking a lot about Proposition HH. Governor Polis, property tax relief. So Polis is talking about Proposition HH was looking at some property tax relief bills, but really it was so negligible that they said the juice wasn't worth the squeeze. So
good.
Yeah,
I think that's what we determined on the show as well.
Yes, just $20 back for what what it's going to cost our schools and stuff. I don't think it's worth it. So
Uptown 240 looks to sell, developer eyeing overhaul of Dillon. I thought that this happened months earlier than this.
Yeah, this was in 2023. So that's still not all resolved. So Dylan's still trying to figure out what the heck to do with all that. So
That's
that's
cool.
been,
This is a good one.
yeah. So there's so much in this. Some other things that were in there.
I found the only home I can afford.
There you go. They tore it down.
Oh
It was
no.
some historic cabin that got torn down up in the woods, and I guess the Summit County Historical Society was up in arms about that one. So, what else did we have? So they had there was a Breckenridge development that came into focus, some land trade, some swapping out what they wanted to do with different big develops in Breckenridge, either in town, right near the gondola, or whether they were going to do it up toward the base of the ski area. And it looks like they're kind of shifting that back towards the base of the ski area, not so much in town. So that was a big swing. A lot of workforce housing units coming into play, about 500 of those. And then I guess the last one, I'll share my screen.
Okay.
That came into play was the end of the year, heart touching, heartwarming. Bill Bergman Jr. there, and his sister Loli Dykstra doing the ribbon cutting on the new Bergman Express that opened up. So that opens up about another 550 something acres of skiable terrain. So I'm pretty excited to get going on that.
Crazy.
So that wraps up the news.
Awesome.
Yeah, there's a lot to cover in that.
Yeah, that's a good look back. There was a whole lot of stuff going on this year. I don't know.
Yeah, and if you get a chance to go in and take a look at that article more, it really kind of lays out things, and then they've got some great links to kind of take you back further, even if you want to dive into those. So, but 2024 was or 2023, excuse me, was a big year. So. A lot of changes for people, and it's going to continue on into 2024. So we'll keep you appraised of all that.
All righty. I hope you're ready for this next one.
Yeah.
What are your top 3 movies?
Ooh, top 3.
Yeah.
Well, I'm always kind of partial. We've had a couple pretty good movies that have been filmed in Summit County.
Okay.
So Chevy Chase's Christmas Vacation.
I would have never guessed that. I would have thought it was somewhere out east, or like they make it sound like it's in like Milwaukee or something.
Yeah, they filmed that. Like the attic scene was in my old high school.
Wow.
The sledding scene was over in Breckenridge on the ski slopes. They had that all lit up.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Walmart parking lot scene he's sledding through the Walmart parking lot. That was in Frisco. So how he sledded from Breckenridge to Frisco, I don't know, but
that's that movie time traveling that they do.
Exactly. So Dumb and Dumber is in there.
Because
that was filmed in Breckenridge. So they didn't roll into Aspen. They were in Breckenridge. So, and then number 3, I don't know. You're gonna have to go with what do you got for what? Give me a top 3.
Oh man, my top 3 is whacked. I don't think anybody likes my top 3, but yeah, I think I like every year without fail. I watch Christmas Vacation. That's definitely a favorite of mine. I had no idea that it was filmed out there by you though.
Yeah,
and
I had a friend that was a double in that.
Your friend was a double in it.
Yeah.
For the uncle.
Yeah, it was in the beginning when they did this Christmas tree thing, and he had like the big bushy frozen eyebrows.
Oh, whoa.
Yeah, that was a buddy of mine. He had like the biggest eyebrows.
That's
all
funny.
they had to do was throw a little frost on them.
Yeah. I don't think I have any real favorites. I can watch a few movies over and over, but like Fifth Element, Christmas Vacation, and then I can't think of a third one. But I enjoyed Dumb and Dumber like a week ago with my son. It was so fun.
Oh my gosh, so good.
Hilarious.
I thought the Rocky Mountains are going to be a whole lot rockier.
We're going to do an episode where you're in the blue suit and I'm in the orange one.
I know. I want one of those suits pretty bad. I'm not going to lie to you. So
we did the local news. There we go. So what's today's real estate tip? Do the rules and your goals align? What are we talking about?
Yeah. So a lot of different rules and regulations around the short-term rentals. There's HOA rules and regulations. And so those are some of the, when you're looking at properties, it's a good idea to get a hold of the HOA documents, because you can go through a whole bunch of trouble with the lender and inspection and all that. And then you're like, oh no, like they don't allow pets and I've got a dog.
Yeah.
Or you only get one parking permit. So
Mm-hmm.
it doesn't hurt to get a hold of those HOA documents and take a look at those before you go through all the trouble of putting a property under contract, just to find out that there's something that doesn't work for you.
Yeah.
There's all the stipulations in the contract for being able to review it, and dates and deadlines. And there's an HOA documents termination deadline. So if you found something in there you couldn't live with, you can terminate. But you've gone through a lot of headache and a lot of trouble, and you kind of put the seller in a bad position too. So better just get those up front. Same thing, short-term rental regulations. Make sure you do your homework, know the different areas. Here I got the map behind me, and I can always tell you where you're going to be easy to rent, where it's going to be harder to rent, where the regulations are really going to affect you. So feel free to reach out to me on that one.
Cool.
So, yeah, that's a real estate tip of the day.
Yeah, I had a friend of mine. Red doors were like a big thing for a while. She went and bought a red door and put it in her house, and just neighbors were mad at her. The HOA was mad at her. And she was like, oh, she didn't know what. So asking those dumb guy questions. I didn't even know where to turn. So I guess first just reading the documentation.
No red doors, man.
Says it all big at the first page.
Yeah, they added that after. Yeah.
So how is the market? What kind of market do we have? Is it a buyer's market or a seller's market? What are we looking at?
So we're kind of on the cusp a lot on a lot of this stuff. So we have a lot of stuff that's more in that kind of median range.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be slightly towards the seller's market, depending on when you're looking. So this is the Altos report from Title Company of the Rockies. Okay. Their Dillon here is going to be a little bit more in that seller's market. They're basing this off of how much we have in our inventory and how long it takes to sell. So that's your inventory ratio. So if you had say 5 months of worth of inventory, you're kind of more right in that middle. So if they're saying it would take, at the current rate of sales with the current inventory, with nothing new coming in a bubble, it would take 5 months to sell everything we have. So that's kind of more in the middle. You get up towards that 7-8 number, you're going to be more into a buyer's market. If you're more down in that 3 number, you're going to be more in a seller's market.
Okay.
So 3 months worth of inventory. So anyway, this is Frisco. Frisco's kind of just right there, kind of in the middle, slight seller's market advantage. Dillon is a little stronger in the seller's market advantage. Breckenridge, slight buyer's market advantage.
Okay.
Just ever so slight. And then Silverthorne, needles just right into the seller's favor. So those are interesting to keep track of. And again, it just has to do with that inventory and rate of sales.
That's cool.
Yeah.
There's so many different things. Even as I'm learning more about what other people do, I do marketing stuff, so analytics and all this. But there's even the same thing in every other kind of industry out there.
Oh yeah, and you can geek out on it big time. You can go
huge. Yeah,
you can.
Some people live and die by that stuff.
You can, and it's interesting. When I'm reading through all the news articles, and I'm in it every day. And to me, it's like everybody just keeps saying the same thing over and over again. But, there's really, at some point, there's really only so much to report on it.
Right.
So, yeah.
All righty. I think we've gone over everything. So that brings us to our top 5 properties. So let me get this pulled up really quick. We've got 5 new ones out here. Our first one is $440,000 in Silverthorne, Colorado. 1 bedroom, 1 bath.
I don't think we're seeing it.
Oh, it's not showing it? Well, I'll tell you what. I'll get good at this one day, and then you're all in trouble.
There we go.
Let's see the map. All right, so right down there.
Yeah, right down and kind of in the Banana Belt and Silverthorne there. Good access to everything. Rec center's right there. You got the river right there.
Is that Walmart or Target?
Target. We're not
Target.
we're not trash.
I'm getting the lay of the land. We're not trash.
We're Target. Excuse me.
Target. Everybody's got a glass of wine as they go through.
Yeah.
Well, those are nice looking.
They're right there, middle of everything. Easy access to the river. And you got kind of that walking path right there along the river, which I love. So yeah, just a little 1-bedroom place, 418 square feet, $440 a square foot. We'll have to keep an eye on that one. But finding something in that price range is just a little bit on the harder side. So, so obviously you got your economies of scale as the square footage goes down. So does the price, but that puts us over $1,000 a square foot for a little bit older place. So we'll see. You never know what the demand is on some things, but I do like that location.
This looks like a lean-to house in Alma, Colorado. What is Alma?
Alma. That's over there. Then we were talking about South Park show earlier. This is South Park, Hartman,
south of South Park.
So yeah, so right there, big open valley, creek going through there. Quick shot over to Breckenridge, like 20 minutes over the pass, get into Breckenridge. Beautiful area. Yeah, I like this one. I kind of just like the simplicity of this.
Oh, me too. I love a lean-to house.
Yeah, it's just like it's that simple roof style, shed roof. They got this thing just kind of decked out, tiny home type of thing.
I love it.
120 square feet.
Yeah.
They've got that little loft there, but that's not included in the bedroom count. So it's kind of like a 2-bedroom plus a loft. They did a great job with this thing. Someday, that's like my house always needs all kinds of work, and it's just like constantly. It's like nothing simple. Someday I just want simple.
This is it here, dead center.
I don't know. Yeah. That's the one.
Yeah, look at that. There's like a river.
Yeah, you get the river right there. River runs through it.
That's cool. Hey, there's that hot tub.
You gotta have your hot tub.
We should we should do a ski summit show like late night
in the hot tub.
Yeah, no. Or yeah, you would be in the hot tub. I wouldn't make it, but we have like a shot bingo or whatever time we see like a hot tub or a sliding barn door inside of a home.
Yeah, get a little James Dean hot tub song. Yeah, pretty cool. Pretty cool location too.
Very nice. All right, let's see number 3 here. This is in Breckenridge, 52 Tin Cup Circle, coming at $1,225,000.
Yeah, so right in just up on the Peak 7. You're really all that green all around there. Well, not all of it, but you're backing up to that's all national forest up there.
Okay,
so you're really close to national forest right out of the backyard. Right out the back door. I sold a piece of land at the end of that driveway about a year ago. And I mean, that just, the setting is great. And you can get to some great trails nice and easy. It's quiet. I really like this area.
Good looking place too.
Yeah. Kind of a little older retro modern look. It did a nice job updating stuff on the inside as well.
Mm-hmm.
It's got some nice hickory floors. You'll always find me talking about floors. I used to be a flooring guy.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Another life?
In another life, I was putting down wood floors.
Wood floors. That's cool.
Yeah.
Did you have to sand them and all that stuff?
Oh, yeah. That's kind of how I got my start up here, just like as an adult.
What was the worst part about putting in wooden floors?
Oh, man. I try to think of a good part. That is like the worst.
Back breaking.
I cannot think of a good being done. That was like the good part. Like looking at the product you did. Yeah. Good storage there, good garage, get your wood burner. Yeah, this is just kind of like your kind of quintessential Peak 7 cabin in the woods.
I think I had we had family friends when I used to live in Colorado, and they lived up in the mountains, and they had something like this. It was really cool, really quaint on the inside. I loved it.
Oh yeah. No, this takes you back a few years.
All right, here comes number 4 for 3.25 in Breckenridge, 205 Monitor Drive. I like that, 205 Monitor Drive.
It has a jingle. So this one is right near the Blue River. You're only just 10 minutes outside of Breckenridge, 10 minutes from Frisco. So kind of a great central location.
Pretty new builds.
Yeah, brand new builds. So this is another one of those Highlands Riverfront subdivision builds. These are about, this is a 4-bedroom, 3,800 square foot home, all just super chic, really, really good looking place. I love just kind of that simple, but got that just natural materials they used a lot of.
That's a good looking kitchen right there.
Yeah, I know. Big old range, waterfall countertops.
Love those windows too. Looks like you're in a high-rise building.
It does. Everything's so open and bright.
Big old windows. Man.
Yeah, the big steel beam across there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This thing is a superhero. This is so cool.
That is pretty sweet. I like that big long fireplace.
Yeah. And you got all those mountains out there to look at.
Yeah, those are not bad. I'll take a view like that. Looks like it had big bifold doors on it too, which I love that. Bath in there. I never use a bath.
No, me either. I can't stand the idea of like laying in my own filth. That's what it is.
Now, my more information you need to know. My wife's grandpa or great uncle, I guess it was, he would wash his dishes in his bathwater. Yeah, survive the depression.
Hey man,
going survival. Through the depression. So a little bit of different outlook on things. So
all of them almost sold, available for 2, 3, 4 of them.
Yeah, I've sold quite a few. So, but pretty cool spot. That'd be all right. Do a little fly fishing out there.
Yeah.
So
there's your boys.
There they are, Elksters.
The Elksters. Man, is that? Whoa!
Yeah, it's just the garage.
That garage makes this look so much bigger.
Yeah, that does. Definitely has a lot of it.
It just seems different than the renderings.
Yeah, and there's a number of these, so I think they have some slight variations.
Did you know that the colors of these boxes are chosen on purpose because people genuinely block them out of their minds?
Really?
Graphic design tip of the day.
What boxes are you talking about?
Exactly. Here, I'll show you. So the electrical boxes that you see around town, the transformer boxes, there's a handful of colors that they use that your brain just doesn't pay attention to.
Ignores. No kidding. Wow.
Yeah. And that's one of them.
Don't buy a green car is what you're saying.
You wouldn't probably get it stolen.
Or you might get run into.
Nobody would see it. This is 2,446 Highlands Drive. Doesn't flow like the last one, but we're right on a golf course.
Yes, doesn't have the address jingle, but it has a pretty sweet location. So brand new listing, and it is a 7,280 square foot listing. It was built in 2018, so this image looks like it was actually being under construction from the aerial there. But this one's a unique one. It's like a solid log home, flat logs, so you don't have round inside or outside. So exterior is very mountainy, log looking, traditional right there on the golf course. Ooh. Interior is a little different.
Goodness.
Yeah, you didn't see that one.
Not expecting that at all.
Did not see that coming. So
is this all stained?
Yeah, it's like, I think it's like a whitewash kind of stain.
Man, they did a really, really excellent job in here.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool house. I've been in it once before. It was on the market a while ago. They brought it back on. And they had
that fireplace.
They staged the thing, which I think makes a big difference. So, yeah, so we'll see. The market's kind of coming around. They might get this sold this time, but it was on the market for a while before. But I thought I still like this house. It's got some cool some cool features to it.
Yeah, this one's really, really nice.
Yeah, it's a big house. I mean,
I feel like I say that every episode, but this one's really got me. I like this one a bunch.
Yeah, it's pretty fun.
I was not expecting it to look like this on the inside at all. I thought it'd be like just exposed wood.
Right. You'd look like it, when you're looking at it from the outside, you're thinking like mountain cabiny.
Yeah. And it's so cohesive too. Like everything is just so well done.
Yeah. I think I'd call it a mountain. I don't know if you call it like mountain elegant.
No.
I'm gonna coin that. It's probably already been coined.
Mountain elephant.
Elephant.
What is this room here?
The solarium.
What do you do in a solarium? Just a big bath?
The spa. Yeah, that's a pretty wild big bathroom. I forgot about that room.
Just water fights.
It's just water fights. Just run around with the super soakers.
Yeah, this is a really cool house.
Yeah, pretty fun, huh?
Yeah, really nice.
And then you got the golf course right there in the back, and then you also have cross country ski trails right there too that are great.
Wow.
And Zuentia.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
5.975. That's not the price I would have expected for that either.
That's a lot of house for sure.
Especially right there on a golf course and everything.
Yeah, it is a lot of house. So,
yeah.
Well, cool. That wraps up everything for today, right?
It does.
Awesome. Well, thanks for joining us for the Ski Summit Real Estate Show. Again, I'm Matt Dayton, Benji with Benji Does. Please give us a like and subscribe, and feel free to check out anything in the link of the descriptions below. Oh, and by the way, we moved channels for Facebook. So, yep, you can find that link in the description below as well. So we gave up on the old one. We were handcuffed.
Yeah, it wasn't serving us well.
Yes. So anyway, thanks. Have a wonderful day and hope to see you in the mountains soon.